You're good. As many times as you want. You're totally good.
My name is Keenan Crummett, aka the Local Gardener. Let's dive on in. So this is my nutrient film technique hydroponic device, and NFT or nutrient film technique is just a thin film of water that runs on down these pipe canals, and it recirculates back into the main reservoir, and nutrients will go in and feed through.
Awesome.
So the initial nutrient film technique uses rain gutter, and you literally have a thin film of water. So this one has a little bit of curvature, but it's still thin enough that when we put a plant in what we call this net cup and cloning collar to hold in the stem, the roots that protrude out will touch the water, and because the water is running, you get enough oxygen that will suck up the nutrients and take as needed and then close off, so to speak. And this thing can run 24/7. And this is ran by a Eco 185 submersible pump. In this reservoir, down below you see the water dropping down in, and then the Eco 185 pump is sucking up down below and then just pumping it up. And that's what we use for this system right here. And then we have this tube gauge that tells us the water level. And so if it falls down below a certain mark, because we don't want the water to fall below the pump that's sucking in, that tells us that we need to fill our water back up to the level so that the pump doesn't burn out. But this recirculates. It's on a timer for the lights. I use these LED grow lights. They're about 24 watts a piece, and the PAR parameters for light penetration puts out between 150 to 200 micromoles, and I have it spaced about 8 to 9 inches from the base. But by the time we get a transplant in, we'll have reduced height and you'll have more light penetration, and in other words, you'll get more enough light for the plants that you need. So what I've used, there is no glue. This is food grade safe plastic. It's polyvinyl chloride, PVC, and we've used these connectors right here to close off any leakage. I've used a grommet to seal off any leaks, and it's just polyvinyl chloride tubing that's tightly pushed through and held in place, and it just falls on down these canals right on down to the reservoir. And when we go out and clean it, this is also meant that with a flathead screwdriver we can take this apart, disconnect these Fernco elbows on each of these joints from here and here and here and here, and then we take out the net cups and cloning collars, and then I go and put it in a water bath solution. So like Clorox to water solution, Clorox is always a smaller portion to your water, and you can put it like in your bathtub and then just let it sterilize for like a couple of minutes, then take it out, rinse it out, and let it air dry. I use kind of a brush before that portion part to clean it out. It's a bristle brush to clean out whatever I've used from my harvest, and I'm done with the crop, and then I put it into the bath. So anyway, that's kind of the gist of it. This has a chain for structure support right here so it will not collapse. You have these Velcro portions right here so that it will not move out of place, and you can go and take it off and put it back on. And then on bottom, if you use this on a kitchen floor or some slick surface, I have these anti-grip pads underneath that it will not move and slip. Now, it's not recommended to put on carpet, but if that is the case and that's your only spot to put it on, I recommend using the tarp, maybe like a 5x7, and put underneath. Because anytime that you lift these things out, you're always going to have some water drip out, especially from the roots, if you ever pull them out. So anyway, that's kind of it in a nutshell right there.
Awesome. Okay, turn around and tell the camera that that's it in a nutshell.